Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So today, I'm going to tell you guys about the 30 legendary deck thing again. Now, it's a deck that I played some time ago, and I had some mild success with it, mostly against my friends who also made 30 legendary decks. But I did take that deck to ladder, and I ended up, after dropping a lot of ranks, I ended up winning like one game around rank 6 or something like that. It just happened to be a control warrior, and well, it just so happened that, I had a few more big threats than he could handle, which, might not be too big of a surprise when you're playing that type of format, I guess. So I decided to try it again with the Grand Tournament, introducing lots of new legendaries, lots of powerful, and lots of early game legendaries, which is really obviously the weakness to this type of deck. And this time, well, I didn't really face my friends. I just dug right into ladder. It is right at the start of the month again, so I did face a lot of tryhards. Basically, almost everyone I faced was playing like Mage or Hunter or a different type of Hunter or a third type of Hunter. And every now and then there was like some kind of weird warrior or something like that. So it was pretty hard to really make it work. But this is the list. This is what I came up with. I also tried it out in Tavern Brawl a little bit this week. This week in Tavern Brawl, it was the mana crystals that you amp up to a turn. So you go from 1 mana to 3 to 5 to 7 to 9. So it had a little bit more success there because obviously it doesn't really have too much early game. But still, it's a pretty good deck. So let's talk about this. Let's see how it's evolved from the last version. So TGT introduced a lot of the nice low mana legendaries with the Aegis Darkbane, Fiola Lightbane, and Gormok the Impaler. It doesn't seem like much, but I mean, you basically had a similar deck, and instead of those cards, you had like 8 and 9 drops in the previous iteration. So it just makes it so it's a little bit of a faster deck, which makes it a little bit more consistent. Paladin is still the dominant class for the 30 legendary deck because, well, the class legendaries are all really good. It's very hard to actually have mechanics that bring you back in the game because you're always going to be losing by the time you're actually playing relevant cards. So Tyrion is a big taunt, which helps that a little bit. Eadric the Pure, the new legendary with TGT, that makes it so you can kind of nullify his board a little bit. Maybe you can get a few extra turns in the late game, which are really, really important. As well as the third Paladin legendary, Bolvar, is just alright because it's not a terrible one and it's 5 mana, and 5 mana is, well, you can see from the deck list, it's below average for the mana cost of this format, so it kind of works. In terms of what the other legendaries that TGT added to the list, most of them didn't really make it, actually. A lot of the late game legendaries don't really work just because they're a bit too slow, but Chillmaw was pretty damn good. Again, it gives you the taunt body. You have a few other dragons. It's actually like your only board clear in the deck, so that gives you a little bit of comeback mechanic. But a lot of the other ones didn't make it, and well, we can talk about that. Probably the most interesting one that didn't make it is the Justicar Trueheart. People play Justicar in just regular constructed decks in some places. People ran it in like a mid-range Paladin, but that's out because the Secret Paladin is just way better. And people run it in Control Warrior, which is okay because you get a bit more armor each turn. But it's pretty good in Paladin. It's just that once you play that, it doesn't really do that much by itself, and also it just doesn't. It doesn't really work too well to pump out a bunch of 1/1s at that stage in the game because you're losing by so much just about every single time. And not only that, on the turn after you play a Justicar on turn 7 or turn 8, you want to play a 7-drop. You want to play an 8-drop or another 7-drop on turn 8. So that's the idea. You bulk up a hand with all these like dumb creatures and you have to play them in those turns. So the Justicar really just doesn't work. All the creatures on the list just kind of have to hold their own for their mana cost, and if you don't have that kind of mentality and you build a deck like this, it is going to fail pretty hard. Also, some of the more interesting picks, I did put in Baron Rivendare in this deck. Now, it doesn't seem like too strong of a card because, well, the stats just kind of suck, especially if you can't support it with other creatures. And in general, you can't support it with other creatures because, yeah, there's not many early game cards. It doesn't have that much synergy, but just because it is a 4-drop, and I basically included all the 4-drop legendaries in the game. you just have to play it. You have to play these early game cards to maybe survive just a little bit longer, so you can go to the late game and maybe actually win a few games. Now, in terms of my overall win rate with this deck, it was about 30%, which is obviously pretty horrifying, but I can assure you that's way better than it was before TGT. It kind of makes it so the deck goes from a completely joke deck, a completely like insane way to play the game, to one that's it's just significantly painful. You're gonna lose, you're gonna get absolutely crushed, but it's okay. You're playing with 30 legendaries. It's pay to win, man. Hearthstone is pay to win. This is the absolute like pinnacle of it. You gotta drop 30 legendaries. This is like a 50,000 dust deck list that well, you probably shouldn't craft this. Yeah, there's probably a few other decks that are a little bit better to play. But yeah, it's a deck for masochists. That's what it is. But it's still pretty interesting. It's something I like to revisit every now and then, just to see the viability of this list. And we've made a big improvement since the last time, is really the main thing. And as expansions roll out, I think eventually, and I'm talking about like maybe years eventually, something similar to this, or something maybe like 20 legendary, 25 legendary-ish, might actually be about on par with some of the competitive decks. But we'll see. There's obviously a lot of stuff that can happen between then and now. But for now, I just want to show you guys some of the sweet games that I had with this deck. And, when you have this many legendaries jam-packed into a deck, yes, you're going to lose a lot of games. Yes, you're always going to be behind. But you're still going to have some pretty sweet moments. So I hope you guys enjoyed those. Hope you guys maybe try the idea if you just happen to have that many legendaries in your blocks. It's a very different experience. Enjoy it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Alright, well, we're against Mage. Tempo Mage is a thing. So, we gotta try to get some early game here. 30 legendary isn't Priest? Why do you think Priest would have been good? I don't think Priest is very good. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Yeah, I'm not so sure I want to play Mukla, even though it is an open board. If he's playing Unstable Portal, it's probably a Tempo Mage, and giving him bananas would be like a lose condition. Yeah, there's a little asshole there. Oh, that's kind of bad. It's so bad to play Mukla, though. I think I'd rather just play a dude.
Reporting for duty.
Because of Paletress? I don't know if I like that too much. Jesus, dude. That's so fucking lucky. Alright, let's just go with this. Interesting. Okay.
I have no time for
You
games.
will pay.
Well, we got Yadric, which should help the board state situation a whole lot. Yeah, Tyrion just stops a lot of damage, and Yadric stops a lot of damage, and Bolvar's kinda bad, but he's a 5-drop, which is pretty unusually low in terms of legendaries, so that's why I think Paladin is a pretty good choice.
Prepare yourselves for the ultimate test. You will pay.
Let none survive.
I don't have any life gain right now. Well, we have to play Yadric or we're dead, so...
Prepare yourselves for
Are you serious? Wow. I think we can maybe Loatheb and top deck Alistraza next turn.
Move quickly.
Let none survive.
I will not hold back. You will pay.
Yeah, each banana costs 6 mana, so I mean, it's okay. I mean, I don't think we can possibly win this game if we don't get Alistraza right now, so...
Time runs out on me.
Oh, we got Tyrion.
You will pay. Get in there and fight, maggot. I will not hold back.
Let none survive.
Put your faith in the light.
Well, if he has absolutely no damage, we might be okay. Damn. Alright, looks like it's AFK. That's a win, boys! It counts. Kinda sucks though, because against the warrior, we can actually legit win the game. This is generally not a play you want to make. If he comes back right now, he can actually win the game. Oh, shit! Oh, the rope still works! We just Naz Dormood him, man. Okay, we can try this. Oh. Ooh. I'm doing about as well with this deck as life coaches with Patron. Damn. Is Patron Warrior really bad right now? Why would it be? Like, yeah, there's a lot of aggressive decks, but that shouldn't really matter that much. Oh wow, it is Patron. The fuck?
Here it comes.
I actually stayed alive. I guess he'll try to coin out a Death Spite. It's obviously a Patron Warrior with the Ghoul. So if he does like a really greedy draw, we might try to mill him with the King Mukla. Comes Death Spite. Okay, might get like Whirlwind now or something. That's nice. I really don't mind that, because we have a nice Bolivar now. Oh, we got Elite Tauren Chieftain, but I think I like Bolivar better. I don't really want to give him options, his hand is obviously terrible.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
You will pay.
Smork! We are putting the pressure on another deck with this deck. I got the perfect curve this time. Yeah, I really did. And went first. That's really important. Curving out going first is so much better than curving out going second. Okay, there's Battle Rage. He's He's used 2 whirlwinds so far and a death spite, so we're looking really good right now.
A fight! Count me!
Okay.
Everyone, get in here!
Yeah.
I must shoot!
Alright, we are the Warrior Slayer right now.
To battle!
Easiest Tink Master. If the Tink Master hits on Cairn, it's really bad though. I think Alistraza's okay. Just I'll probably get equality'd, so I don't really like it. Wow!
Reporting for duty.
Okay, that sucked. Yeah, we just got 1 out of 8'd. Fucking A, dude. He's had like just as many legendaries as me. Just don't fuck up my 4-5, please.
I have no time for games.
Literally the only outcome that would have fucked me. Out of all the possibilities, that's the only one that was bad. Every single other outcome was positive. How are you so lucky? I think this is why my stream is entertaining. I have the RNG switch off. Blizzard ploys.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Alright. I mean, this is a really easy turn. We just attack into the Divine Shield, take Tyrion, and then we attack into that, play Geddon, boards clear, win the game.
Let none survive.
Easiest Sylvanas of my life. Ah! Just so close. Okay, we can get a freeze or a taunt spare part here.
Show them no mercy.
The victory.
That's 3 for 3 going second. We really don't want to be doing that. Let's keep a Hogger. Oh, we got Millhouse again. You think he might be playing like a cool Inspire deck? It's possible. We really don't want to coin the Millhouse because it gets out-tempoed anyway, so it really doesn't do anything.
Prepare to face the mighty Millhouse Metastorm.
Okay. Uh-oh. That was bad. Just hope he doesn't have a lava shock. Crackle again. Damn. Let's see if we can get some more creatures on the board. No, not quite. If we play Gormok, we have to tinker, yeah. Alright, fine, let's tinker.
Reporting for duty.
Oh.
The elements will destroy you.
Yeah, well that's what I was gonna Gormok, so I guess I don't have to anymore. It finally worked. Dem sciences.
I wonder.
Elements help me. Oh, get wrecked! Uh-oh. Okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. I kind of want a Gormok, so how do we do that? Do you want to do that and Gormok there? But he gets to keep it 1-1, I don't really like that. Well, let's do this.
For honor.
We counter the Wind Fury with Mogor. It's fucking genius, guys. Fucking genius. What? What? That was OP as shit, dude.
Little time.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Put your faith in the light.
Damn esports. Well, looks like we got this.
Don't test me, child. By the power of Ragnarok. Reporting for duty.
Play the Murloc song. The Murloc song is pretty good. It's like, I am more than a man, I am more than a fish, I am Murloc.
The scourge will consume you, soul.
The battle. Reporting
Okay.
for duty.
Trump probably can sing better. But, I mean, your ears will explode into little pieces off of your head in either case. So, does it really matter? Oh my god, we just went first.
I will fight with honor.
Wow. Guess that means we're gonna do okay. We have a 3 mana, 5 mana, and a 7 mana play. Wow, indeed, man. Oh, we actually have a good 3 mana play. I wonder what there is to play in Mage in this format anyway. Probably more tempo Mage.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Well, we can play the Blood Mage if it's mirror entities, so that's totally fine.
Powering up. Portals online. I am ready.
Oh, what the fuck?
We hunger for vengeance.
Let's just hope he doesn't have a Goblin Blast Mage. What the fuck?
Time runs out on me.
You have been measured and found
Reporting for duty.
red alert.
That was a shitty bomb. So that's probably gonna copy my minion. So we should probably play Mogar. We can kill those two and play Mogar.
Unworthy. Failing.
Reporting for duty.
The thing triggers twice, I'm pretty sure. So it's really unlikely he can go face here. Oh shit. That's a pretty good draw. Do we want to play Sylvanas? Let's do Sylvanas.
I have no time for games.
Because if anything attacks into that and kills it, I steal his whole board. If all 3 minions go through, he has lethal. That's a bad start. What? Really? Fucking really? Still nothing hits Sylvanas?
Let none survive.
To the slaughter.
Put your faith in the light. Reporting for duty.
Alright. Well, all we have to do now is dodge a second fireball or 2 frost bolts. We have to basically kill them as fast as possible. That's kind of annoying. How can we put the most damage on the board here?
To the slaughter. I'll fix you.
That's 10 damage. That's also 10 damage. Loatheb might stop some draw though, so let's play Loatheb.
The battle. Don't tempt me, child.
Is that enough for lethal? Yeah, it is. If he pings and freezes Tyrion, I don't have lethal, but...
My magic will tear you apart.